Well, hello and welcome to my channel, and happy Valentine's Day, because obviously I'm hopefully posting this on Valentine's Day, and I'm going to make a cute little box, a swivel box, and I will jump straight in. Oh, before I do, this is hashtag 100 number 4 make, 4, which I'm really pleased about. So yes, so I'll jump straight in and let you know what you actually need. So first of all, I've used yeah, you've guessed it, cardboard from, well, these are dog biscuit cardboard, and you need 4 of these stuck together. Sorry, my voice is, oh, my throat's gone all funny. You need to cut 4 of these, and I do believe they're around about nearly 4 inches by 4 inches to get the little box to sit inside of it. All will become apparent once we get through the video. But yes, I've cut 4 of these, and then you stick the 2 together. And then I've chosen this pattern from, this is an old Stampin' Up DSP that I've chose, and then you need to stick that onto there like so, so that you get one like this. Okay, so you need 2 like this, so 4 bits of cardboard, or if you've got a really thick hardboard, then you only need 1. But I use, as I say, I use any types of cardboard from cereal boxes. As I say, these are from my doggy's box. So cut out, and this is a fancy one, whereas this one's just a normal heart, and as you can see on the back of it, yeah, I don't see that because that's a surprise, but yes, so this is what they would look like. But I've decided to show you a fancy one here. So 2 of them stuck together, and then the paper on top of that, which will then bring you this. Okay, so that's what you need for the base and the lid. That's that. Now for the little box, you need a piece of cardstock which measures 8 1/4 by 4, and then a tiny little bit here, and I do believe this is 1 by 3 7/8. So, and this is to make the little box, and I will show you. And there's the little box. So I'm gonna finish this one and show you. Obviously, so this is what we're actually making. So this is this bit, and this is what we're actually making. So I will bring in my scoreboard, my trusty scoreboard, and pop the larger piece, 8 1/4 by 4, and have it up at the 8 1/4, and you're going to score it at 2, 4, 6 and 8. Okay, and then you're going to turn it so this flap is at the bottom, and then you're going to score it on the short side at 2 and 3. Okay, so that's that all done. Then you're going to bring in this little bit, and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, so in half all the way down, and then you're going to score it at, I've got to get it right here, at 1 inch, and then I want you to bring it off of the score line, so it's literally not an 1/8 but just a little bit, so it's like just move it along. And if you, I suppose if you put your card in there and butt that up, perhaps that might be the yeah, the little bit. So it's not an 1/8 of an inch, it's just to move it along a bit. It's just to get a nice snug fit for this bit here. Okay, so we'll put our scoreboard down now. Hopefully you've all got a scoreboard. If you haven't got a scoreboard, you can always use a ruler and a score tool, and perhaps a mouse mat and obviously do your scoring that way. So first of all I'm going to burnish, fold and burnish all my lines with a big bit. I'm going to use a wet glue for this, and I'm just going to use a PVA glue as well. So hopefully you can see this. So I've scored all my lines. Now the first bit I want to cut out is this bit here, and then this bit here. So I'll get my big scissors and I will cut out this bit here. Okay, and that bit there. There you go. So people that watch this after Valentine's Day, still happy Valentine's Day to you. But yeah, this is a little Valentine's box. But do you know what? You could use it for anything. So now we've got our tab. So now I'm going to cut it up, these score lines. So this is the tab that folds over, and this is going to be the bottom. So where the score line is, I'm not too sure whether you can see it, but I'm going to cut up so either side of the score line, so you're kind of like doing a little wedge, and then I'll pull it out. Okay, and again up to this score line. It's just so that when you're folding it in, it sits nicely. Okay, and then folding it, and then cutting it up and up. And then what I want to do is just take a little bit off of this one, just so that there. So that's what we have there. Let's just pop all that all out of the way. Okay. So then I found my glue pot and my glue PVA all the way along here. So yes, my old Marmite. If anybody used to come to York Market, my market that I had in the Shambles, they would actually, they might see the glue pot because I used to do loads of bits and pieces, or anybody that knows me, my little glue pot. I've actually found it, so it's out now. So now you want to fold all this, glue all this, so fold it down and glue it, but leave a little bit here. So if you're doing red line tape, I would put your red line tape at the bottom, but just to here, because we're going to fold this into there. And now what I'm going to do is to just glue this bit here. So I'm using wet glue because it's more sturdier. I seem to think so anyway. This is obviously quick, so we will be getting on to the next section. So I just want to, come on, make sure this is, let's get this nice and lined up so you've got a nice edge. Okay. So this is going to be at the back of the box and this is going to be at the front, hopefully. And do you know what? I still haven't found my bone folder. I thought I found it the other day. The most important thing is bone folders. But no, I can't find it anywhere. I think the crafty fairies have taken it away. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be the back of the box. So what I'm going to do is fold this down like so. Okay, so I'm going to fold this down and we're going to put glue on this bit. Not too much. Okay, I'm going to fold this over and then put glue on this bit. And I do like making 3D items. I love it. I really, really do. Right, fold that over and then put glue on this bit. And here you have your little box that will go there. Hopefully. There you have your little box. Okay. that's your box to go onto that, like so. So now with this bit, now what this has got to actually go into here. So first of all, what I would say to do is to fold and burnish first of all, and then we are going to cut away these bits. Okay. So you've got a bit of a T going on there. Yeah. So what's actually going to happen is, and that needs to go, the flap needs to go down, and this is going to sit in like this, like that. Okay. We there? Yeah. But before we do that, I'm going to bring in my mat, because we just need to measure at, whoopsie, halfway mark. So obviously that's 2. So the halfway mark would be 1 inch, and then come, I'm just going to eyeball it and go in there. And this is where our brad is going to sit. Now, if you haven't got a pokey tool, you could actually use a very small, and I think this is quite, use this, it's quite big. My brad might fall through it, but never mind. It's I'm sure that I'll be able to overcome this. So now we're going to stick this into here. Now remember, this bit here that you can see that's folding away, this is the front and this is the back. So what I want you to do first of all is put the glue onto here. Hopefully you can see all of this. So we're going to put the glue, wet glue, but you can use red tape. So that's the front, because that looks nice and smooth. This is the back. we're going to pop it in the back there. Okay, then we're going to glue either side of the tabs, and we're going to pop them in. Some of you might say, oh my goodness, she's making a meal of this, my spatula. So then we're going to pop this into here, this into here, line it up, and with wet glue you've got wiggle room, you can wiggle it around and just hold it into place like so. Now I'm going to just turn my heat gun on. Just bring it in here. I think I might need it. There we go. So, made the little box. Okay, I'm going to bring this one in. So we've made the little box, and I'm going to stick it to the base. Now, to stick it to the base, to get it central, you'll literally want to look at the box, and I don't know, I think that's pretty central, to make sure, and I do believe it's around about an inch either side, not quite an inch. Hold on, let's have a look. So you can actually mark it with a pencil, but see, I do everything by eye, and there's some people that actually mark it with a pencil. But because this is a fancy heart, I think doing it by eye, I think it works okay. Whereas this one, I had to actually make sure and measure it, and I didn't use hot glue, I used wet glue. So it took a while for it to stick down. But obviously, and you can see that this is a different box. So this is the same as that one, but two, as I say, 2 layers. So there's your box. So we'll put this to one side to let to dry. I will turn the hot glue guns on so that I can just show you how we're going to stick that on. And I'm going to bring in this one now. So we've got our top here, and we're going to decorate it. Well, before we decorate it, we need to again make the hole for the brad to go in. Now this is where you will have to measure, and I've actually measured and I think it was not 1/8, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 little bits, so yeah, perhaps one, hold on a minute, if that's half, that's half, a quarter, 1/8, 2/8, 2/8 of an inch, literally from the middle bit. But it all depends on what shape heart and how big, how big your heart is to make, obviously to make your hole. Now what I did was, and I know that there is a lady on YouTube that's made these, and again you can, once you've married it up, and I did draw a line, and if you draw a line, it's another way, so make sure that that is all married up, and draw a line. Can you see my line? And then from the line to there is 2/8, I do believe. Well, it looks like 1/8 to me. Yeah, 1/8, sorry, 1/8. A little bit, yeah, it's not quite a centimetre. Oh, anyway, as long as your hole is underneath this line, so again, hold it tight, make sure that it's all married up, and you will be able to see, so that you make sure that all the box is inside your heart bit, and then draw the line along there so you get the line, and then from there you know that you can take your pricking tool or whatever you want to use and make sure that you've obviously made your mark. Okay, hopefully that explains, that explains it, and that that explains it. Okay, or once you've done a little bit of a mark, what I actually did was get my tool and go in and then further in, so to make sure that I've actually got that I've got that marked out just right for into there to there, so you could actually see through it. So I can actually see through that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your brad in. So bring your brad in. Mine's a fancy little brad, but any brad do. Open it up, and then so that you can see, and I don't think you can see my little brad underneath, you'd be able to see where the little prong is. I don't think I can show you where the little prong is because it's not a long brad, so to speak, but there are I've had these brads a long time, but yeah, I don't know whether I can get the camera in, whether you can see. So it is, once you've got the brad in, you need to swivel it so that you can actually see where to open the brad out, and then to make sure that it's actually fixed, and then you can swivel it around like so. Just make sure that that's okay. And I think my other one might be a bit more generous in swiveling than this one. So that's the swivel. That's the opening. It's rather good, isn't it? I think it's lovely. As I say, I did find this on YouTube, and I've got to have a go. I've decorated this with a little charm and a little ribbon down there, and I just want to finish off decorating this one, and just to show you what else I'm going to pop on here. And I've just cut some hearts, obviously because it's Valentine's Day, and I've got my wooden love there as well, and I've got that heart there. Very, very simple. As well, what I wanted to do and bring in is some ink and just ink, just to give it that rustic look. So if you think that this is a piece of cereal packet cut, and use your dies. I'm very lucky enough to have a brother scan and cut because I didn't have a big enough die. But you could hand draw a die on a piece of, and I don't know if anybody's done it, on a piece of paper, and then use that as a stencil. And if you'd like to know how to do that, leave me a comment in my comment box and I will show you, and I'll perhaps put a little link up to show you. Right, so this is now working, and I'm just going to decorate this. Put that one. Very simple. I would like to put loads of other little bits and pieces on, but I haven't got too much out from my crafty stash. So this is #100 number 4, and on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day everybody. And I'm just going to quickly do this, and these are the wooden love from Poundland. That's my make. Now this one I'm going to quickly put in. I can't do the top bit, but I will put a picture of this one once I've, that's that one, once I've made this one, so that you can all see. Now, because I haven't used wet glue, I've used hot glue. You don't get so much of a wiggle time on this one. So as I say, I haven't got time to do the top of this one, just to show you what I'm going to do with this. I've got a little bit of, I think that's what I'm going to do with that one, I'm not too sure. But as I say, if you could like and subscribe to my channel to watch my journey for #100 crafty makes using my stash. So this again is from my stash. This is a swivel heart box using my crafty stash. So I haven't brought anything. These were from a couple of years ago. Really pleased about this. It's really old as well. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, because I truly love reading all your lovely comments. Thank you for popping by, and